All right, we're looking at weekly language review Q2-3. This is Monday, movement, dampness, pre-approve, payment, foolishness, preview, argument, and fondness. Those are the 8 words that we are using for the week. I just want to just show you really quickly a grammatical thing here. With argument, notice that the base word argue normally has an E on it, and we drop the E and add the ment. We do the same thing with the word like judgment, where we drop the E and then add the ment. So just thought I'd point that out to you. It's a little aside, but something that you might find interesting. So is this simple, compound, or complex? Without disturbing anyone, comma, we slipped out the back door. So remember that a simple sentence is typically just one sentence, no commas, usually short. It might combine 2 ideas, but it doesn't combine 2 complete sentences. So in this case, we do have a comma, so we know it's either compound or complex. A compound sentence is when you have 2 independent clauses separated by a comma and a conjunction, or sometimes separated by a semicolon without the conjunction. So we have to think, is this an independent clause and an independent clause? Or is it complex, which would mean it's a dependent clause and an independent clause? Remember that a dependent clause is one that depends on the remainder of the sentence in order to stand or to survive. It will not stand on its own. It's just additional information that supports the independent clause. So we have without disturbing anyone. If I take this off and I say just without disturbing anyone, I don't have a complete sentence here, so I know that this must be a dependent clause. Let me try the second part. We slipped out the back door. That is a complete sentence. Therefore, that's an independent clause. So we have a dependent clause. I'm sorry, my pen's not working there. We have a dependent clause and an independent clause, which means that we have a complex sentence. Again, the biggest difference between a complex sentence and a compound sentence is that a compound sentence has 2 complete sentences that stand alone entirely on their own, but have been joined together by a comma and a conjunction to combine information. Okay, so look at that. I put complete, and I should have put complex. Sorry, I was talking and not paying attention. So it's a complex sentence. The man lethargically got dressed as if he had no energy. Lethargically literally means no energy. Not lazy, but very almost tired. So when you feel sick, you are typically very lethargic. You don't have any energy. You feel very tired. You're sluggish. But again, not necessarily in this case by choice, but because you just can't seem to garner the energy to do the things that you need to do. Next, we have name the figurative language. Simile, metaphor, and personification. My pencil danced across the page as I finished my story. If only my pencil would dance across the page as I finished anything. Unfortunately, it doesn't because it doesn't have legs. It does not have the ability to dance. It's a human characteristic. So that tells me this is personification. We're giving the characteristics of a person to the pen. Circle the correct pronoun. Louie and I, or Louie and me, are going out for lunch. Okay, we have had this conversation a little bit in the past. How do we know if it's Louie and I or Louie and me? And I will tell you kind of the way I typically think about it. So if I take out the and me and I change this to is, Louis is going out for lunch. Then if I look here and I take out this part, I is or I am going out for lunch, or me am going out for lunch. Me is going out for lunch. I feel like a caveman. Me is going out for lunch. Now, in this case, I am going out for lunch is an appropriate sentence. So therefore, the combination is Louis and I are going out for lunch. Louis and I, we are the subject of the sentence. So therefore, it is subjective. Which intensive pronoun completes the sentence? Fortunately, they gave us the different pronouns that we can utilize. She made the pizza. So it's she, it's feminine pronoun, and it's singular. So I look for the feminine pronoun that's singular, and I see herself. So she made the pizza herself. Write the meaning of the prefix sub. So think of a submarine. A submarine goes under the water, or subterranean ants are under the earth, under the ground. So sub means sub, under. Sorry, sub means sub. That makes sense. Sub means under. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Monday language review.